Today we're taking a really special journey, honoring the extraordinary life and the profound impact of Kelley Mack. She was an acclaimed actress, a producer, a storyteller. Her work and her spirit just touched so many.
Yeah, absolutely. And our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. We want to celebrate Kelly's incredible contributions, to film and television, but also to really try and understand the science behind the illness, the central nervous system glioma she fought so bravely,
Right.
and to reflect on this amazing legacy of openness and advocacy she leaves behind. This is really for you, the listener, to get a full picture quickly and engagingly.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Kelley Mack, born Kelly Lynn Clabanow. She first really started getting attention with award-winning short film roles. I remember The Elephant Garden, she played Chloe.
That's right. And what's really remarkable, I think, is that she also studied cinematography at Chapman University.
Yeah, that's huge.
It is. And that background, well, it really fueled her versatility, didn't it? The insight there is Kelly wasn't just an actress. Her cinematography studies meant she understood storytelling from every single angle, a true creative force.
Totally. She covered the whole spectrum, acting in those Dr. Pepper Fansville commercials.
Right. And then being Gwen Stacy's voice match in Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse. That's quite a range.
And producing, too. Festival shorts, like A Knock at the Door.
Yeah, and she was an executive producer on Universal. And that wasn't just, a title. She was actively involved in creative decisions, fighting for narratives that meant something, right up until her final months.
Her passion for genre cinema, that was really clear, too.
Oh, yeah. Broadcast signal intrusion, Universal. She was just as committed behind the camera as in front, always focused on storytelling integrity.
That commitment to the whole process, not just performing, it really shows her unique vision.
Exactly. She understood that every role, on screen or off, it all contributes to the whole piece.
Absolutely. And look, while her vision shaped so many projects kind of behind the scenes for a lot of fans, her most, let's say, visible impact came from The Walking Dead.
Season 9, Addie.
Addie, a hilltop resident. She was brave, bright, so relatable. I can still hear that line.
Oh, you're Addie, right? Addie with a D.
That's the one.
And her character arc was just so poignant. You saw that young heroism, the vulnerability, but also this fierce resilience right up until that tragic, shocking end. Her head among Alpha's pikes.
Oh, brutal.
Brutal. And the insight from that really is how The Walking Dead just relentlessly grounded even its most hopeful characters in that harsh reality. Nobody was safe.
Yeah.
And that just deepens the audience's emotional investment,
And what resonated, I think, was Addie's determination, her honesty, and that connection with Henry. That sparked some real tension in the Hilltop youth storyline.
Definitely. And Kelly's portrayal, she just infused so much heart into Addie. People who met her at conventions always said how gracious she was.
Witty, too, I heard, and really respectful of the TWD community.
Yeah. Addie became this symbol, didn't she, of bravery, friendship, loss within that universe. And her story resonates even more now, considering Kelly's own journey. It's powerful when an artist's work takes on new meaning like that.
She really did connect with the fandom. Her warmth at conventions was legendary, listening to fans, posing for photos.
I heard that story about her surprising a young fan at Walker Stalker Con by dressing up as Addie.
Yeah, just incredible kindness. And she talked about the power of fandom, said something like, "You're not just viewers, you help shape my experience as an actor."
Which brings up a really interesting point. Why did Addie resonate so deeply? She was only in one season.
Right.
But she wasn't just a victim, was she? She stood up for her friends. She grieved. She had this quiet courage.
Those scenes facing Alpha, they really capture the horror and the hope of the show.
Exactly. Kelly brought this authenticity that made Addie feel like a real person caught in something impossible.
And beyond The Walking Dead, she did so much more. Chicago Med, Penelope Jacobs.
Right, that multi-episode arc showed her dramatic range,
Yeah.
dealing with heavy medical and moral stuff.
She apparently mentioned how challenging that was, embodying the emotion while also doing the research to make the medical side feel authentic.
And then rolls in 911. Gritty, sometimes even comic guest spots, just showing that versatility again.
Yeah, and her work ethic on the festival circuit, too. Broadcast signal intrusion, Universal.
Right, these weren't just jobs for her. She was often there at premieres, connecting with indie filmmakers, really championing projects she believed in.
That passion for collaborative, authentic storytelling, it seems like that was her guiding principle.
Absolutely, both in front of and behind the camera.
So it's clear she poured her heart into everything. But behind this vibrant career, this really profound personal challenge emerged. Early 2025.
Yeah. She shared her diagnosis publicly. Astrocytoma, a type of diffuse midline glioma,
Which is an aggressive and rare central nervous system tumor.
and the candor she showed. It was incredible. She chronicled her symptoms, the low back pain, losing mobility in her legs after surgery.
Adapting to a wheelchair, a walker?
Yeah, but her hope, her determination,
Yeah.
just inspiring. That Instagram post, I am determined and know that this will eventually be a short chapter in my long book.
Wow, so powerful. Maybe we should break down gliomas a bit for people listening.
Good idea. So basically, think of them as tumors that grow in the brain or spinal cord support cells. They're called glial cells.
Not the main thinking cells, but essential support.
Exactly. And depending on where they grow, the symptoms can vary hugely. Chronic headaches, nausea, confusion, memory loss, vision problems, speech difficulties.
And for a spinal glioma like Kelley's, it specifically meant things like leg weakness, numbness, that persistent pain, things that really impacted her daily life.
Terribly. But what's so striking is her unwavering optimism through it all, through harsh treatments like proton radiation.
That's the really precise kind, right? Targets the tumor more directly.
Yeah, spares healthy tissue more. That and surgery. She kept fans updated, stayed optimistic, just profound courage.
Her final interview, July 2025. She reflected so candidly on her connection to her roles, her outlook on storytelling, even while facing everything.
It gives you such a deeply personal perspective.
And her family was there through it all. Her mother, Kristen, Aunt Karen, Sister Catherine, brother Parker Mack.
Such incredible support. They announced her passing on August 2nd, 2025. She was just 33.
So young.
Way too young. And the tributes just poured in from the Walking Dead cast, Hollywood friends, countless fans, remembering her talent, obviously, but also her thoughtfulness, how she mentored others, her advocacy.
And those butterfly sightings.
Yeah. That became such a beautiful symbol of transformation and peace for her family. You see it all over her Instagram and Caring Bridge threads. Really moving.
Her legacy, it definitely lives on through her art and just the compassion she showed.
Absolutely. And there's a public remembrance service planned in Glendale, Ohio on August 16th, 2025.
Right. For those who want to honor her memory.
You know, to really grasp the significance of Kelley's fight and her advocacy, it helps to understand a bit more about the medical side of gliomas.
Okay.
So these tumors, they make up about 30% of all brain and central nervous system tumors. And a huge chunk, 80% of malignant brain tumors.
Wow. Okay.
And diffuse midline glioma, or DMG, used to be known mainly as DIPG,
Right.
affecting kids mostly, but it can happen in adults too. And the prognosis, it's generally poor. Current therapies often focus more on palliation, quality of life.
Which is why awareness is just so crucial.
Exactly. And the good news is science is advancing fast, driven in part by the advocacy of people like Kelley who shared their stories so openly.
So what kind of research is happening?
Well, for DMG, they're looking at immunotherapies, more targeted radiation techniques, lots of new clinical trials, and there are emerging studies too, looking at things like gabapentinoids, those nerve pain drugs, potentially having a role in cancer treatment. Yeah, and this field called cancer neuroscience, studying how the brain and nervous system might influence tumor growth. It shows how complex and innovative the approaches are getting in neuro-oncology.
That's hopeful.
It is. And for anyone listening who wants more info or wants to support this research, please check out established charities like the American Brain Tumor Association or CureSearch. They do vital work.
Definitely. And Kelley's own words, her actions, they had such a powerful impact.
Oh, absolutely. When you hear clips from her interviews, her messages to fans, talking about storytelling, compassion, collaboration.
Yeah. And the fan messages back to her. Things like, thank you for being a light in dark times, or you inspired me to keep fighting. Just incredible.
And after she went public with her diagnosis, she really became this beacon, didn't she? For brain tumor research, for disability advocacy.
Posting Instagram lives for fundraiser walks.
Starting the #Addie'sButterflies campaign. Yeah. Raised over $50,000 in her honor.
Amazing.
And what's really remarkable is how she pushed for better representation, too, of people with illnesses, disabilities in film, using her own experience with mobility aids to challenge Hollywood.
She didn't just accept her circumstances, she used them to push for change.
Precisely.
So this deep dive, it really stands as a testament to Kelley Mack's artistry, her unwavering advocacy, and just the profound way she touched lives on screen, in person, through her openness.
Yeah. About life's joys and its hardships.
Her final social media post, every day is a chance to love boldly and laugh harder. I hope you find joy no matter your circumstances.
that wisdom. It's such a powerful call to action, isn't it?
It really is. We hope you carry that forward. In her memory, maybe support brain tumor research, cherish your loved ones, honor artists like Kelley who changed the world with vulnerability and kindness.
Her family is continuing her mission too, launching a scholarship for young women in film, a short film program highlighting stories of resilience.
That's wonderful. If you want to donate or get involved, please check out the links in our show notes. Let's help keep Kelley's spirit alive by helping others.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you for joining us today in remembering the incredible Kelley Mack.